Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. Just before we kick off, I just want to remind you, well, just to let you know, that channel memberships is now available. If you want to become a channel member, all you got to do is click the join button and there's lots of perks available to you. I'll talk about that again, or you can just click the join button, you can see it for yourself. I decided to make this video today because it is absolutely bucketing down. I don't know if you can see, there's condensation on the windows there. The condensation is actually on the outside because it's hotter outside than it is inside. I'm in the gym because there's nowhere to go. When I say there's nowhere to go, where can you go when it's bucketing down, you know, just the middle of the rainy, well, it's the tail end, I hope, of the rainy season, and it's freezing in here. They have the air conditioning on, but I'm not the only I'm not the only one in the place, so therefore I'm not going to turn it off. But anyway, the thing that inspired me to make this video is that I've noticed myself going through certain changes in my life. Now that I'm approaching 60, I'm about 1 month away from my 60th birthday. And some of the things that I've noticed that I've begun to do differently or less, let's say. Well, number one is drinking. I was never a big drinker. I'd always drink weekends, socially, the usual kind of thing. But over the last year or so, I've been doing it quite a lot, and within the last month or so I've realised I don't want to do it anymore. So it's a no-brainer. Some of these things are going to be a no-brainer well, most of them are no-brainers. Cutting down on alcohol intake. I'm not a young man anymore, you can see that. I don't feel like a young man anymore. It's a little bit, I won't say it's daunting, it's not daunting. Well, maybe it is. No, it's not really. I'm beginning to feel my age. And another thing that I'll say is that when you approach 60, as I am, me, speaking personally, I don't take things for granted anymore. I don't take my health for granted. Absolutely not. You know, I said in the previous video, it's only a question of time before we die. But in the meantime, I want to enjoy as healthy and productive life as I possibly can. In Thailand, it's very... Okay, it depends on the person, but speaking from my own experience, it's not easy to stop, you know, going out and getting entertained, because that's what Bangkok is. It's an entertainment hub. That's not the right term, but you know what I mean. And cutting back on your escapades it's something that I want. I don't want to lie at home. I don't want to sit at home with my slippers on watching Saturday night TV. I want to enjoy my life, but I have to cut my cloth according to my measure. In other words, my physical self isn't what it was, so therefore I can't be doing the things I used to do. And not taking your health for granted leads on to not taking your time for granted. Because I was never so aware of my own mortality than I am now. In 10 years' time, and this is a thing that I say to myself a lot, in 10 years' time, I'll be 70. And I used to look at that age group as old. But you see, I don't feel, okay, physically I'm not able to do what I used to do, but I don't feel old. I don't think old. But the fact that I'll be 70 in 10 years from now, that's less time than I've been here. I've been here 12 years, and that 12 years has gone like that. They say that as you age, your time moves faster. That's true. One of the reasons for that is that put it this way, a 10-year-old child, 1 year of that 10-year-old child's life represents 10% of the time he spent on Earth. But if you're 100, 1 year of your time represents 1% of the time you spent on the planet. So as you get older, your perception of time changes and time begins to go more quickly. So I don't take it for granted. I look at other YouTubers that have had health problems, and I consider myself to be pretty lucky that so far I haven't encountered a major health problem, and hopefully I never will. Hopefully I'll just keel over and die someday, and that'll be the end of it. As I said before, I don't want to be lying around thinking about it. So I don't take my health for granted. I don't take my time for granted. I was going to say I don't take people for granted. Well, you don't. You should never. But I don't waste my time listening to or being in the company of assholes. And one of the things that I've learned about living in Thailand is there's a lot, I'm not going to repeat the term because I don't want YouTube to demonetize me, but there's a lot of them living in Thailand. And what I mean by that is other Farang who think they know everything about living here, and it's just, they speak baloney, bullshit, blah, 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 blah. As well as that, putting yourself up on YouTube, you're putting yourself out there. And I used to feel hurt by some of the comments that are made. But now, I really don't care. I don't care what other people think of me. I really don't. Why should you waste your time? Why should you waste your time? If somebody has an opinion, let them have that opinion. That's their opinion. So what? And people criticize me for not wearing a seatbelt, for example, when I drive my car. It's not that I don't want to. I'm like anybody else. Sometimes I forget to. And it just so happens that those occasions I'm driving my car on YouTube. But if I don't wear my seatbelt, that's my own problem. If I don't fasten my shirt, that's my own problem. It's got nothing to do with anybody else, but other people are quite entitled to express their opinion, and they do. But I don't waste my time spending time worrying about what other people say, because your life is short enough. And I would say, if anyone, I was 47 when I came here, and if anyone in their mid to late 40s is coming here, I'll just tell you, if you are lucky enough to spend the rest of your days here, the first 10 years of your time in Thailand, because there's so much around you, because there's so many things that are a novelty, that time goes like that. The last 10 years, well, 12 years, but the last 12 years for me, whoa, where did it go? And that's the way you feel when you're getting into your 60s. There's huge portions of your life that are in the distant past, and you realise that you shouldn't take time for granted, because it's not going to last forever. These are a few of the things that I'm aware of now that I'm getting older. I enjoy every minute, and when I worry about something, I dispose of that worry very, very quickly, because it's not worth it. Nothing's worth worrying about. Nothing is worth worrying about. If you can address the problem, you can address the problem. If you can't, what's the point in worrying? I've got problems in my life now that seem very important, but really in the grand scheme of things they're minuscule. Your financial concerns are minuscule when it comes to your health. So my message, I won't say it's a message, but my experience, I'm sharing this experience to you. My experience over the last, say, 12 years coming up to this is that I worry less, I care less about what other people think of me. I'd like to say I take good care of my health. Well, I don't smoke, but I have been drinking, so I'm not taking as much care as I should, and that's something that I have to address. Am I worried about it? Yes, I'm concerned about it, but I'm not wasting my time. Because of the fact I can make a positive change, then worry goes out the window. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit, and a lot of guys have said, where's Mr. Angry Pants, that I'm not doing videos ranting and raving. They're coming. Couldn't get out today, as I said, because of the bloody rain. Do you know it's been raining non-stop for the last 48 hours? It's enough to do your head in, but I don't worry about it, because what do? I do a positive thing. I make a YouTube video. So there you go. It's wonderful to have you here, lads. And remember, as I said at the start, channel memberships are open. You can click the join button there, and you can enjoy many perks. But the perk of being a subscriber to this channel is you get it straight. You get the facts. I just say it as it is. So this is me just, I said to myself, what will I put in a video? I was trying to think of a subject, but there's no point in thinking of a subject for the sake of it. I'll just tell you how I feel. This is how I feel. This is my reality. So whatever's bugging you today, try not to let it bug you, and try and enjoy your life. And I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very, very soon.